Hey Virgo, let's see what's going on in your love life. This is a tarot love reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and for any of you lovely cross-watchers dealing with a Virgo romantically. Please keep in mind it is a general reading, Virgo, so it may or may not resonate. You are, of course, welcome here to take what works and leave the rest. And just a quick reminder that if you'd like to get a personal reading, I offer those through Etsy, and the link is in the description box below the video. So we're going to jump right into it today, my lovely Virgo, and we're going to see what could be coming toward you in love. First message coming out today for Virgo, calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations bring you together. All right. I definitely feel like you're working to manifest something in your love life right now, Virgo. Whether you're single, whether you're in a relationship, I'm getting the energy that you've been wishing or waiting for something to happen. So let's see where it goes. Tell me more about what could be coming toward Virgo right now. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So it definitely looks like you are calling in your soulmate. You're calling in a beautiful connection. If you're single, this is a really great energy, Virgo. It definitely suggests that you're going to be getting to know somebody new, and you're going to be, I don't know, just opening up, being vulnerable, talking, getting to know each other. This is a really positive indicator that if you're single and looking to manifest love, that things could definitely be in the works for you right now. Now, for those of you already in a relationship, those of you already who are connected with somebody, I do feel like things are probably getting a little bit deeper at this time, getting to know each other more, maybe having more conversations that are of a serious nature, talking about the future, talking about next steps. But generally, that's really positive. Tell me more, please, about what could be coming toward Virgo. Passion, we will take it. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay. Overall energy today is pretty magical, Virgo. We have got, what I can see, is a loving, passionate, amazing connection. If you're single, keep your eyes open because I think this is what's coming in for you. And for those of you already connected with somebody, I feel like there's a lot of love here. There's a lot of passion, a lot of intimacy, a lot of desire, but also it's balanced out with that emotional intimacy, right? Because this to me can be more like that, you know, the physical attraction, the physical intimacy. And then this is more about that emotional intimacy. So what this is saying to me, Virgo, is that this is a balanced connection. It's like you've got the love, you've got the passion, you've got the desire here, but you've also got that emotional bond that's really being cultivated between the two of you and really bringing things to a more serious level, you know, where maybe the two of you are really starting to think about the future and being together very seriously, you know, for the long term. So the overall energy is absolutely spectacular. Here's what we're going to do for the rest of the reading, Virgo. We're going to look more at this person and we're going to look more at you. So we're going to look at their overall energy, what they could be feeling right now, and what actions they could be taking. I will look at the same for you, and then we'll look at the potential outcome. So let's just dig into it, you guys, and see where it goes. All right, so tell me more about this person who is here for Virgo right now. Knight of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign, a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. Whoever you're dealing with though, Virgo, let's just say that they are charging in. This to me often shows up when somebody is actively pursuing you. Nothing can get in the way of what this person wants. And it's the energy where they're initiating. I'm getting the words they're initiating. Like, you know, they're chasing you. They're interested, so they're going to be doing things to express that interest. They're going to be doing things to really showcase that they desire you. You're not going to have to go like chasing them down. You're going to feel through their actions that they are very directly pursuing you. Tell me more about this person's energy right now. Ten of Swords. Ooh, interesting, you guys. Okay, so Ten of Swords tends to show up when somebody's been hurt before. Now, I always say to you, you know, the Ten of Swords to me is not something that happened right now. Usually the Ten of Swords to me represents like a historical pain, something that happened in the past, but we're finally ready to let it go. So it's kind of interesting to have the Knight of Swords because it does suggest that maybe your person's been hurt before, but they're ready to leave it behind and they're ready to connect with you. Now, it is possible maybe for some of you that there is some pain between the two of you. So maybe this indicates that in the past, there were some issues. Maybe there were some challenges between you and this person. But if that's the case, Virgo, it shows quite strongly that there is motivation and there is desire here to move past these issues. So that's not necessarily for all of you, but for those of you who have had some challenges with your person, this is actually giving me a little bit of hopefulness in the energy where it's like, that rocky patch in the connection is over. Now it's the time for you to focus on the good stuff, the fun stuff, the love, the passion, the chemistry, and the connection. So it can indicate a return to a much happier time for those of you who maybe had some struggles with your person. Tell me more, please, about their energy right now. Page of Swords. Getting a lot of Swords energy. So Page of Swords tends to indicate somebody who's very curious about us, somebody who wants to ask questions, somebody who wants to communicate. So we're definitely getting strong energy here of this person just coming towards you, reaching out, talking to you, wanting to know everything that they can, asking a lot of questions about you. Maybe the two of you are having those, sleepless nights where you stay up all night together and you talk about everything, right? And so I'm feeling a very strong sense of excitement that comes through when I look at your person's energy and how they're directing that energy towards you, Virgo. Let's see what they could be feeling right now, please. Beautiful. First card coming out is the Ace of Wands, which honestly kind of fits with the passion energy, right? So let's take a look at that, Virgo. So Ace of Wands is kind of just confirming like, yeah, they are super passionate about you. They're super into you. I think there's a very strong attraction. So that might be one of the ways that you recognize this person if you're single. Like, first of all, you're going to feel that they're like very directly coming towards you with their energy, Virgo. But then I think very quickly, you're also going to feel the sparks. You're going to feel the desire. You're going to feel that they're very attracted to you. And yeah, the fireworks are probably going off with this kind of energy here. And for those of you already with this person, it definitely looks like this is going to be quite a passionate time in your connection. And I don't know, with the Ace of Wands, maybe they're surprising you with something fun, like a weekend away or something. I don't know, but it's just like a fun new experience that really ignites the spark within your relationship. Tell me more about what they could be feeling right now. Three of Cups. They cannot wait to show you off to their friends and family. I think they definitely want to integrate you into their social circle. And I will say as well, Virgo, Three of Cups can be a card of celebration. So for those of you already connected with this person, maybe there is something that the two of you will be celebrating right now. It feels really good. Tell me more about what they could be feeling at the moment, please. Look at this energy today, you guys. I'm kind of in love with this for you, Virgo. Okay. So we've got the Sun, which is Leo energy. So maybe some of you guys are dealing with a Leo romantically, which I love for you. So regardless of whoever you're dealing with, guess what the Sun is? To me, it's like the happiest card within the tarot, you guys. It's a card of blessings, gratitude, happiness, waking up with a smile on our face, feeling all the warm and fuzzies. And guess what? This is showing up in your person's feelings. So guess what? That's how they feel about you, Virgo. I think like literally I'm getting like they wake up with a smile on their face because maybe they they dreamt about you. And then they wake up and you're the first thing on their mind when they wake up. And they're like, oh my gosh, like I love Virgo. I'm so excited about Virgo. I'm so excited where things are going. And I just kind of want to smile and laugh, because I feel this is the energy of someone, I'm getting goosebumps. Like this is the energy of someone falling in love with you. It's like every day that passes, Virgo, I'm seriously like getting goosebumps, you guys. Like this feels like your person is just falling more and more in love with you. And it feels amazing and beautiful and loving and all that good stuff. It's like super magical, right? Okay, love that, love that. So let's see what actions they could be taking right now. Let's take a look at that, okay, Virgo? Nine of Pentacles, perfect. So here's the thing that I love, and we've talked about this before. Nine of Pentacles is a great card to indicate somebody is independent, confident, they've worked on themselves. Like this is somebody who is not desperately seeking love. This is not someone who's coming into your life and is like, fix all my problems for me, Virgo. This is somebody who knows who they are. This is somebody who knows what they want. This is somebody who is bringing so much to the relationship, and it's like, they're looking for partnership to make their life even more amazing. They're not looking for you to come in and complete them. Like I said, I keep getting they're not looking for you to fix them. I don't know if maybe some of you guys I'm kind of intuitively like, have you had problems in the past with people where you almost felt like you were in this fixer energy, like they were chaotic and you always had to be the one cleaning up the mess? I don't know, I'm kind of intuitively feeling like maybe that was an issue for some of you in past relationships. So the good thing here is that this Nine of Pentacles is like, you're not going to have to do that because this person is confident, self-assured, beautiful. Tell me more about what actions they could be taking. Seven of Swords. Ooh, that's always an interesting one, you guys. So Seven of Swords, it tends to show up when somebody's been like sneaking around, somebody hasn't been honest, It could also represent the energy of somebody who is self-sabotaging. So there's a couple ways we can look at this, right? Because here's the thing. I read the tarot within the context of the reading. All the energy is so beautiful, but then it's like we get into your person's actions and it kind of suggests that they're going to have to deal with something a little bit shady or a little bit sneaky. So it could be maybe there is some challenging energy for them. Maybe someone's, this sounds so harsh, but like trying to sabotage things with you guys, that sounds really harsh. I hope that's not happening, but like there could be some sort of like negative external energy that your person needs to deal with. I don't know, maybe it's related to the Ten of Swords. Maybe there's some shenanigans with an ex or something, possibly. Or maybe the Seven of Swords is related to the Nine of Pentacles in the way that it represents your person's growth. Because it could also be suggesting here that maybe your person used to be a lot more insecure and they struggled in relationships. Maybe it was hard for them to open up. Maybe they had a lot of insecurities. And then because of that, it is possible that this person did have a tendency to self-sabotage in the past. But the good thing is that it's behind them, right? It's now connected with this Nine of Pentacles, which is saying like they've done the work to realize their patterns. They've done the work to work on themselves, and so that they don't fall into any of this negative energy when it comes to the connection with you. Let's get one more card about what actions they could be taking. Ten of Pentacles, yeah. Because they do want forever with you. I mean, the Ten of Pentacles is about setting down roots with somebody and building a life together. So yeah, the only little funny thing is that Seven of Swords, where I'm like, either they've got some like negative toxic energy in their environment and they're having to deal with it, or it could represent them having gone through a period of overcoming bad habits in past relationships or patterns, like breaking the cycle, like breaking negative patterns. It could very strongly represent growth that is now allowing your person to get to this, right? So it's like, as they take action to deal with the Seven of Swords, what comes next? The Ten of Pentacles, which is a very beautiful card to indicate establishing a foundation together, building a family legacy, building a life together. So they're definitely getting there with you. So let's look at you. Let's see what your energy is showing right now, Virgo. Strength card, lovely. So the first card showing up for you is basically like, yeah, you've got super strong feelings for them too. And I feel like the strength of your feelings are also growing stronger and stronger right now, Virgo. Tell me more, please, about Virgo's energy at the moment. Wow, there we go. This is you, King of Pentacles. This is literally your energy. So, and don't worry about the gender, but the King of Pentacles is a person who is mature, stable, self-assured. And so this is you literally embodying your best Pentacles energy here. And it just tells me that you're probably in a really good place right now, Virgo, where you feel happy, you feel stable, you feel good about where your life is at. And we did see that with your person when I talked about the Nine of Pentacles. So it does feel like both of you are probably in a really good energy, a good space in your lives. And that makes it really lovely when the two of you connect. Because again, it's like neither of you are desperately seeking the other. Both of you have done the work you need to do on yourselves to be ready for this kind of love. Tell me more about Virgo's energy right now. The Nine of Wands, okay? So the Nine of Wands is a card of perseverance, resilience, not giving up. And so there could be something right now that kind of feels like it tests things a little bit. I do see this sometimes, when I get really good overall energy, because remember, the oracle messages were really lovely, but even in all the loveliness, it doesn't mean there's not going to be challenges. So there is a little something. It doesn't feel big, Virgo. I just want to say that. But a little something that might feel like it's challenging you guys right now, a little bit of a test. And I'm kind of like feeling now, maybe it's related to the Seven of Swords. It's like something goes on with your person, like maybe an ex pops up or there's some sort of negative situation that your ex is like getting pulled, or your person is getting pulled into, maybe with their ex or with someone else, whatever it is. And then it's kind of like, it's not the nicest energy to deal with. It feels like it's testing you guys a little bit, but like, it's not going to matter in the long term. It's just one of those momentary frustrations, right? So I do see that potential, so just be mindful that there could be a little something that kind of creeps up as an annoying energy right now, but I feel like you guys are going to work through it. Tell me what Virgo could be feeling right now, please. And then Page of Pentacles, lovely. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I mean, reaching out to them, they're reaching out to you. Page of Pentacles can also be like giving a gift. So I don't know if you're giving them some sort of gift or surprising them with something right now. Tell me more about what Virgo could be feeling. Alrighty, guys. Calm down, Virgo. So we have got the Four of Wands, and I love that. So the Four of Wands is telling me that you feel definitely there's a future here. This is the 1111 card, often indicating marriage and commitment, right? So you definitely feel like that's where this is headed, right? Tell me more about what Virgo could be feeling right now, please, Empress. Yeah. You definitely want to love and nurture this connection. I will point out the Empress is pregnant. Not everybody wants kids. I just want to say that. But if you do want kids, it could definitely indicate that you're thinking long term. You're like already kind of, thinking about the future and thinking about the family you guys will build together. And even if you don't want kids, the Empress is just indicating that you want to love this connection. You want to nurture this connection and just pour all of this love into this beautiful this beautiful thing that you guys are really building together. It feels really, really good. So I love that. So let's see what actions you could be taking. Let's take a look at what actions. The Moon. Okay. Interesting. The Moon represents things that are hidden. Huh. Okay, I'm getting an interesting message, you guys. I don't think it's for all of you. As always, take it or leave it, right? So, with the Moon, right away I was like, the Moon can represent things that are hidden. It can represent fears, insecurities, anxieties. It could be also like a mysterious energy. But I feel like it's interesting that it's showing up for you, Virgo, because it almost feels like maybe there are some insecurities for you below the surface. And I'm going to tell you what I intuitively felt when I pulled that card. Maybe as much as you are super excited about this person and love this person, there might be some of those fears and anxieties below the surface because that's being human. We all have them. But I almost feel like you might do something to act on those a little bit. And then maybe your person is like, what are you doing, Virgo? Are you sabotaging a good thing? I'm kind of feeling like this Seven of Swords in your person's actions is linked to the Moon in your actions, where it's like, as much as you're having a great time, there might be a moment where you get pulled into an anxious thought or an anxious moment where you're like, oh, this is so good. I feel like I want to marry this person. I feel like I want to be with them. And then maybe you kind of freak out a little bit. And the Seven of Swords is your person being like, what are you doing here, Virgo? Are you pushing away a good thing? Because I don't want you to do that. So maybe it's like you have a little moment of doubt and you pull back, and then the Seven of Swords for your person is like, they kind of call it out for what it is, where they're like, I feel like you're maybe pulling back a little bit and pushing away a good thing. What's going on? Can we talk about it? I don't know why, but that's the message I'm getting. You might have a tiny moment where you kind of push them away and they realize what's happening and they're like, what are you doing here, Virgo? Don't do that. Don't sabotage this because we got a good thing. Okay, let me know if that connects, you guys. Tell me what other actions Virgo could be taking right now. The Devil. Your energy and the actions is getting interesting. Yeah. So there is some toxic shit here that happened to you, I think, unfortunately, Virgo. And so I think that what's going to happen is you guys have this amazing connection. Okay. So this is a message for you. It's like, you guys have this amazing connection that's blossoming, but the Devil and the Moon is telling me it has not always been easy for you. And you've probably had some bad breakups and some bad shit that happened in love. And so what's happening is you're moving along, you're getting to know this person, you guys are connecting. There might be a moment where something reminds you of the past or you get triggered. And then all those anxious thoughts come up because the Devil card can represent, again, past unhealthy stuff that's happened in relationships. And it feels like that stuff is just below the surface with that Moon energy. So there's something there where as much as you might be feeling really good about this person, there might also be a moment where you get kind of reminded of the past and you're like, wait, but I've been hurt before. Is that going to happen again? Have you ever had this happen, right? Where you're in a really good thing and then you're like, wait, I have been heartbroken before and that really sucked and that really hurt. And then all of a sudden you're kind of pulling back. So I could see the potential here for you to kind of get sucked into, to be honest, maybe some emotional baggage you have. We all have it. But I don't think I think your person's going to see through it. I don't think they're going to let you push them away because of this. That's the message I'm getting. It's they're going to see through it and they're going to be like, I get that you're, anxious, for example, with that moon. I get that, stuff is coming up for you. Let's talk about it. Like, don't shut me down, Virgo. Like, let me in and let's talk about it. And that can be connected to this, right? That can be connected to this message from the oracle that said, as you reveal your innermost selves, your bond deepens. So maybe there's even going to be a conversation right now where things are getting deeper, right? You're getting past that beginning stages and, the real stuff of life is happening. And, the reality is we all have things that trigger us. We all have things that frustrate us and cause us anxiety. And so there might be something like that comes up for you, but your person's like, let's talk about it. Like, let me in, let me understand you. I want to know, about your history and what happened. And, I feel their energy is going to be so comforting. And if you try to push them away or sabotage, they're going to be like, I see what you're doing and I don't want you to do that. Like, let me in and let's talk about it. Let's get one more card for what actions Virgo could be taking. Good. Okay. Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is about putting in the hard work and investing in what's important to us. So I definitely feel like you might have a little moment where you're like, and you get up in your head and you feel anxious, but then you're like, what am I doing? I actually really like this person. I actually want to invest in this connection, and you guys get back on track. So moment of truth here. Let's see what the potential outcome is. The World. I love that. Guess what this is, you guys? The World is a card that represents happiness, fulfillment, satisfaction. And so I think all of those things characterize this connection, right? Now, the interesting thing too that I'm going to throw out there, Virgo, is that the World also represents like a cycle completing as we move on to the next exciting thing. And I do feel for you in particular, maybe there is some sort of emotional baggage that this could be a really good time to release. And I think a big reason you're going to be able to get closure about the past potentially is because this person is going to show up in such a supportive way. So I feel like, again, you might shut down, you might get anxious, you might have a moment where you kind of freak out, but because you've got someone here who's going to like love you and support you through that, you're like, oh, they're showing me a different way to be loved. Like, they're not going to run out the door. They're not going to abandon me. And because of that, I feel like their love and support could potentially create a situation here, Virgo, where you're able to maybe release something from the past that you've been holding on to for a long time, because this person is showing you a different way to be loved, a better way to be loved, where somebody stays and somebody chooses you and somebody doesn't just run away. So there's love, there's emotional healing, there's emotional depth, and don't forget, there's passion too, you guys. There is passion and love. So that's what I see for you, Virgo. If you enjoyed this reading, you know what to do. Give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. If you'd like to get a personal reading, I offer those through Etsy, and the link is in the description box below the video. Of course, I wish you love, I wish you happiness, and we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.